Hey everybody, welcome to the Wake and Bake episode number 40 with the Bubble Man. It is 10 a.m., well, a little after 10, about 11 minutes after 10 on a Tuesday afternoon. Of course, it is before noon here, but for many of you, it's probably afternoon. Hello, 420's finest. I am absolutely going to the Lift. Of course, that's the big news this week. Lift will be happening at the Convention Center in Toronto on the 25th for business to business, and on the 26th and the 27th, I believe, or it could be the 27th and the 28th. Just Google it. I'm the worst. Anyway, going to be giving away a shirt today. Got this cool little shirt sent to me from Mr. Josh from Oil Slick. I've worn these shirts before. This is a decent, beautiful little shirt. It's got the little Oil Slick logo on it. I figured let's just get right away to giving stuff away. I am also going to go ship out all the stuff that I've been giving away. And so we are going to ask a question. All right. So the question is, on Bubble Man's World, it was actually this year of January 14th, I did a video with Prophecy. Now, pay attention, because the video is called Bubble Man and Prophecy Late Night Driving in Kingston. Now, what I want to know in the first couple of minutes of the video, the answer is not Kingston, it's the suburb, it's the neighborhood in Kingston that which we are in. I want to know the name of that neighborhood. So if you can tell me, you will win the shirt. Now, if you don't fit a medium, don't guess. Okay? Unless you have a girlfriend or someone that's going to fit the medium, please don't guess. So here we go. But yes, let me know what neighborhood we were in. Good guess, Shelley, but not the truth. Judah Coville with the right answer. Halfway Tree, man. We was in Halfway Tree, you know. So, Judah, you have yourself a shirt coming. I would love for you to send me an email address an address to my email at bcbubbleman@icloud.com. And we were in the Halfway Tree. Damian Marley, of course, has an album named after Halfway Tree. And if you remember the concert that I was at about a month later after this trip in February for the Bob Marley birthday bash, prior to his birthday bash, I was on stage with all the brothers filming for his birthday celebration there. That was also in Halfway Tree. So, right on. Hey, why don't we have a little Wake and Bake rip? Today I got my Pukin Beagle. And I'm operating a full Dabinator today. It's been a while since I've actually operated the Dabinator with the Dabinator whip, etc., etc. The only thing I don't have is the Dabinator quartz on here. This is from Mr. Puking Beagle. Halfway Tree it's a neighborhood. It's an area. What do you mean it's not a neighborhood? Listen, laugh all you want. Halfway Tree is an area where people are. That was the correct answer, and I'm happy that it was correct. Chilling with Prophecy in Kingston. Anyway, let's have ourselves a dab, shall we? I got a schwack load of terpenes to rip today as well. So I think we're going to be ripping the terps. Gotta heat up my shattery oil because it just turns to dust. All right, here we go. Shout out from Resin Ryan. Good morning, B-Man. Happy to be here on another Wake and Bake, smoking on some Star Killer. Well, that's nice. I have some terp-infused wax. Good morning, Drew Robertson. All right, here we go. Yummy. So I'm thinking Jack Frost because it just goes so nice. Yeah, Canada's not a real country, exactly. Bubblegum OG. Good morning, Bubble Boys 710 in the house. Hope all is well with the Bubble Boys. All right, everybody ready for a little rip? Let me see if I can just lower this a little bit, and if we can't get a little bit more of the pipe. There we go. All right. 3, 2, 1. I'm not a big disposable vape carts fan. That's why we've been designing our own. But here we go. Let's have a toke, everybody. I know you've been waiting for a while. Shazam! Damn Shazam! It's quartz. Also from Puking Beagle. He used to send me these other ones, but I would break the tops of them. That one's broken. This one's broken. They still work perfect. I think he originally sent me like oh, I don't know, 4 or 5 of them. There's the bowl I got from Dabinator originally. Maybe I'll clean that up and give it away too. Oh, shout out to, I want to give a shout out to Spacewalk Glass. Spacewalk Glass. That's who I want to give a shout out to. God, did that taste good. The Jack Frost. Oh, greetings, Matt from Germany. I hope everything is well over in Germany right now. Probably a little bit later. What is it, like 6 o'clock at night right now? 6 or 7? The Grow Green Show. Awesome. We got a couple hundred people in here. Do I ever come to Portland, Oregon? Last time I came to Portland, Oregon, I think it was 1997, maybe 1998. Drove through and saw fish at the Gorge in George. All right, I got to have another rip of that. That was so fucking delicious. Yeah, what do we got going on about Spacewalk Glass Amazes You? Remember, I have like 3 berries. Amazing you remember. I have like 3 berries. All right. I don't even know what that means. When am I coming to the U.S.? I don't know, Ben. Isn't it kind of scary right now to come to the U.S.? Don't you feel like the administration is a little out of control and at any point in time anything could happen and it's kind of nerve-wracking? See, because it's a little bit nerve-wracking to me. How many states have you been to down here? Okay, well, let's do the math. I've definitely been to, North Dakota or, the Dakotas. I've been to Minnesota. I've been to Boston. I've been, Massachusetts. I've been to Maine on the East Coast. I've been to New York, the state of New York. I've been to Oregon and Washington. I've been to, I don't know, I want to say maybe like 15 or 20 probably. Probably 15. I've never been to California, never been to Texas. I've never been along the southern states at all, from Florida all the way to California. Really kind of a bummer. I've never been to Vermont either, and I would love to come to Vermont. Absolutely. Utah was close. I drove through Idaho, Montana. Let's see. I'm just going from fish shows, if I'm thinking of fish shows that I've been to. So you can skip Texas. Yeah, I hear that. Never been to California. I know, but I'm repping there, dude. I do my videos and we make beautiful hash down there with Tony and the team, and I'll come down soon. I'll get back down there. Don't worry. I'll get down there. Right now, it's just a little bit crazy, It's really crazy. Yeah, I agree, Shelley. Vermont is probably one of the places in the U.S. that I want to go to the most. That's my style right there. Cali, of course, is way up on the list. I've got some incredibly amazing people that I need to go visit down in Cali. So why don't we have another bong rip, everybody? Nice, Drew. Nice. Good to hear. Well, here's the thing. I have a very old record. I no longer break the law in any way, shape, or form. I'm federally exempt for cannabis use and growing and processing, etc., etc. I don't break the law. So I don't think it'll be hard for me to come to the States. I could acquire a waiver and I could get permission to come down there. My only problem is I'm a little bit worried about going down there. I don't want to break any laws down there. I don't want to expose myself to trouble. And it just seems from a Canadian perspective where everything's nice and quiet and chill that maybe going down there, do I get tired of getting modulated all the time? Well, I'm not modulated all the time. For instance, I've been up for about almost 4 hours today, and I just had my first Wake and Bake rips with you guys. I've had a bunch of different conversations, conference calls, etc. And probably after this, I may go for 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 more hours without any modulation, as you call it. I got a bunch of chores to do today, and they probably go by better if I'm focused. In the sense of not sitting and puffing bong rips. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel too bad about it. Yeah, I know where the Sioux Lookout. I am from Winnipeg. I've driven across the country quite a few times in both directions. Well, I wish you could too, Sierra Connoisseur. I wish you could too. I keeps it modulated. Did you you see the light giveaway? I did see the light giveaway. Good for you, Nanolux 1000 watt. That's a beautiful thing. If you want to give one away on this channel, send me one. I've been hitting up all my friends with companies to let them know. In fact, Spacewalk Glass, who makes the cool little inserts for these minis. See, my dial broke. That's why I'm not hitting my mini these days. So he makes these little inserts that fit right in the top, and it's basically for, like a 14.4, so you can plug a banger into it. And so he's sending me one of those. I'm quite excited about it. And I told him, this is one of the things I'm actually going to keep for myself because I basically have decided to give everything away that I get sent. And he was like, well, do you want me to send you something to give away as well? So I suspect there might be something cool coming from him in the near future. Did your record make it hard to get your grow license? No, in fact, it's really cool because the way the charter is, which I guess is, I don't know what the equivalent is down there, the whatever it's called. I always forget. The U.S. Constitution. Is it the Constitution? I think the Constitution and the Charter are the same. So we don't have a Constitution. We have what is called the Charter. But you can't breach the Charter. It's kind of like the inalienable rights of each citizen of the country to be protected by the Charter. And of course, cannabis laws, medical cannabis laws, and even the medical cannabis laws that were put in place by our government have very much so breached the charter, and that's why we won in court, and that's why the court said, hey, government, you got to do this all over again. This is no bueno. It breaches the charter here, here, and here. And so, that's how it's supposed to work anyway. Well, you know what, chillin' like a villain, I have always been generous, but I really like this sort of just like, I can feel this being the beginning of just a much bigger thing. And, not just, even already, like I would love to use my social media to produce something that actually helps people. Now for here, the basis of it, the root of it, we're smoking. It's the Wake and Bake show. It's how we start our day. And if I can just give something small away and make someone happy, then wonderful. That's great. I want to do that. But wouldn't it be great to get it to the next level where you're actually raising things, not just to promote companies, but to actually do good? Yes, Vancouver is as amazing as they say. I guess I better refresh this. I thought I saw a troll in the room. Did I see a troll? Did I see a troll? Yes, it is. Let us not crucify, Bubble Man. Yes, who was I crucifying? I am not a troll. Peace from Ireland. Yes, excellent. Peace to you as well. Thanks for watching. I hope to come to Ireland one day. It's probably got a pretty cool cannabis community. I've got, speak about my time in India. Well, what's to say? I almost spent 10 years in prison there. That was scary. Be careful in India, particularly with hashish. I met amazing people. The sadhus were incredible. I found recently, actually, I was cleaning out my garage, and I found this like old menthol cigarette package that I had opened up and written this prayer that one of the sadhus, and I guess I would call it a prayer. He would more like call it something different. And when you hear the word prayer from North America, you might judge it in a different way. But basically, it was positive words, affirmations, all in Hindi. And so I had written it down in 1998. Dude, that was 20 years ago, 19 years ago. So I thought that was kind of cool. Maybe next time I'll look for it again and see if I can't bring it on and read it. It was an Om Nami Padme, little prayer mantra thing. It was very cool. I wrote that on the banks of the Ganges, sitting there smoking Nepali hash through chillums with this Baba who spoke 50 languages and was from Rajasthan and was really an all-around amazing character who was just telling incredible stories and spoke many languages, and it was great. So India is awesome. If you have the chance, I would say definitely go. But don't just go. I would say that there's so many amazing festivals constantly happening that do a little research and look into them, because you could go kind of like the same way you might go to a large concert or a sporting event or a car race or whatever it is that you're into. The way you might plan, hey, let's go to Barcelona. There's the big soccer game. And it's like, all right, cool. Do the same thing for India, because they have huge sacred festivals that have been happening for hundreds and thousands of years. it's a neat thing to be a part of. I was happy to experience it anyway, and it was very out of my comfort zone. I was definitely like, whoa. And when you're like that, I think it feels kind of like what it must feel like to be in the food chain. Because if you're in the food chain, even if you're at the top of it, you're going to have zones where you're really comfortable, and then you're going to have the odd place where you step out of those comfort zones because you're a predator and you need to find food that maybe there's another predator that might see you and consume you. Humans have done a pretty good job of removing themselves from the food chain, but the feeling to me of traveling to India, putting myself out there to India, was kind of like putting myself into the food chain and really putting myself, in a situation that anything could have happened. And that's why I did it, because I wanted anything to happen. The problem is most people are so goddamn scared in their lives. And this goes to a lot of people that are constantly asking very simple questions. And I've come to answer in a way that would have annoyed me back in the day had someone answered me that way. And mainly that's because I wouldn't have been ready to hear it. But the fact of the matter is that how you get a really great macro photograph or grow really beautiful cannabis or make really beautiful hash is you fail a bunch of times. And nowadays it seems like everyone's so afraid to fail that they don't really want to take the adventure, that they don't want to step out of their comfort zone because they might fall on their face. What I'm saying to you is to go and fall on your face. Do it as many times as you can in as many perspectives and angles as you can, because the learning in those mistakes, in those errors, that is the foundation that will build the empire that you want to go and build. And whether that empire is an empire of family and love and friends, or whether that's an empire of company producing products, acquiring distribution, whatever it is to you, don't be afraid to fail. Yeah, terrible news. Terrible news. I hate to hear humans, using fear and death and murder and terror as a means to get a message across. And whether that's the message of, hey, we're being treated unfairly and we're a terrorist organization, or whether it's more likely the government creating these experiences so that we will react and they can offer us a solution that simultaneously will coincidentally strip us of the Constitution and our charter. So, I don't know, just from where I'm sitting, that's how it seems to always go. I hate to hear that people are perishing and being injured. Regardless, whatever, I know there's pain and suffering in the world, so at any point in time, it's never a bad idea to pay homage and respect to those that are going through some heavy shit right now. Because let's face it, we're sitting here smoking bowls, having a nice time. There are many other people having much suffering out there, so... Anyway, hope to see you guys in Toronto. I will be back tomorrow and the next day and the next day and for as many days as I can pull this off. In the meantime, I can't really remember who won. I think it was Judah something. Please send me that email with your information so I can send you this t-shirt, Judah. That's bcbubbleman at icloud.com. And yeah, I think that's enough. I think that's good. We got a little heavy today. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. 250 people. I do much appreciate each and every one of you. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. Be kind to strangers. And may the full melt bless your bowls sooner than later. Peace out, everybody.